Then we'll take questions.
Xavier was really good today, and we weren't. And when that happens in this league, I don't really care who you're playing, but especially when you're playing somebody as good as Xavier, you're going to get your tail kicked. And that's what happened today. We didn't really have it from the start. 5 turnovers before the first media timeout. And then I think the second half we had 6 turnovers before the 12-minute timeout. And if we've been one of the best in the country and not turning it over. And some of that certainly is the pressure and the length of Xavier, but some of it was our own, foolishness and maybe not being as sure with the basketball as we've grown accustomed to be.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, knowing that Xavier came off back-to-back losses and didn't play very well, especially at Villanova, what were you expecting today from this team coming back and playing you at home?
I don't subscribe to those theories of you've won, you've lost, whatever. Chris Mack does a great job with his team, and every time I've ever played him, they've been extremely prepared, and today was no exception.
You get a sense at all that you guys maybe weren't as locked in going into this? Read on that.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't jumping for joy over yesterday's practice, but usually we found a way to lock in when the lights went on, and they had some guys hit some shots. Marshall hit one. Scruggs hit a couple in the first half, and that was obviously our plan to try to keep it out of the post was off those guys. And when they hit 3 threes, it certainly changes your approach. But our bigs, we got bullied in there a little bit today.
Taking that away, how would you have let your guys counter that? Maybe?
Well, they're switching everything, and you've got when you make a commitment to go to the rim, you got to go hard. And I just thought I said it on the bench a couple times the first half. I just felt like we were in quicksand, not moving with the spark that we usually do. Our pace wasn't where it needs to be, and then at the end of our break, we made a lot of crazy decisions. And Kyrie had for him, one of the worst offensive games he's had in the last 2 years, and it's going to happen once in a while. You just you hope it doesn't happen against a good team when they're playing really well.
What do you say to Kyrie? His shooting start?
Yeah, he'll stay with it. I lose sleep over a lot of things, but not that.
Nice to see Mitch hit a couple shots for his confidence.
Yeah, I think that was probably the silver lining. I thought Tyler Clement came in and gave us great minutes, maybe got things moving better on the offensive end. I thought Mitch gave us a nice lift the second half. It was good to see some shots go in for him. And then I thought Caleb Joseph did some good things with his aggressiveness. So, you just like any game, you pull some good stuff out, you pull some negative stuff out, you try to learn from it. But as I told the team, you can't ever overreact to one game. It's a long season. This is different for us because this is really the first time we've gotten spanked. So it's a new experience for us, and hopefully something that we're committed to not being part of our what happens the rest of the season.
Do you think this is an especially good Xavier team?
Yeah, they've got a lot of pieces. The three front line guys that they can kind of run at you makes it tough because they all are a little bit different. And then you have 2 elite scorers in McCura and Trayvon. So and their point guard play, I think Quentin's done a really good job of picking his spots. And then like as I mentioned earlier, Scruggs comes in, hits a couple big threes when they stretch the lead from 7 or 8 to 13 or 14 in that first half, and those are backbreakers because you're worried about some of the other guys. But there's a reason they've been in the top 10 most of the year. This is a Xavier team that's got a chance to do a lot of damage.
Take 2 more.
Anything you want your guys to learn just in terms of snapping out of the funk when it doesn't go well to start a game? Because you guys have been really good at starting games this year. This is maybe one of the first times you hadn't started as well. Trying to get it back on track. That's tough, but I guess it's tough.
Well, we've been successful, and we are who we are because we don't turn it over and we don't foul. And today we turned it over and we fouled. And we found out what happens when we do those things. It's not how we're made. It's not how we can be made. So, we'll evaluate why that happened and work hard to try to fix it.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thanks.